Hi. So today was a bit chaotic. I had one child busy throwing me with stuff, the other child fighting with the child that was throwing me with things, and the other one crying in general. And it was chaos. And then I remembered who I am, and I decided, let me change the situation. So I've put on meditation music, and I decided to try and teach one of my kids meditation because he has a lot of like anger issues and built up anger and problems at school. So I've never tried actually teaching anybody meditation, and I'm guilty of not doing it often enough. So I figured, well, it's worth a try project. Let's see if it works. And within about 18 minutes, I got two of my kids asleep, and the other one is in an awesome mood. So now we know that meditation for kids actually do work. But while I was talking to him and explaining to him about ideas that will come into your mind while you're trying to concentrate and not think of anything and keep your mind empty, ideas will come. Usually they say it's like a leaf on a river, and you must just allow it to float on by. I used the idea of all your ideas of going into the ocean and they disappear, and I was busy telling him how all his built up anger and resentment and all the problems that he's having at school, he must just let those ideas float into the ocean, and one day it's not going to come back out. And at that moment, I realized all the emotions that I've been feeling wasn't actually mine. All the frustration and things that I've been feeling lately wasn't actually my emotions. It was his emotions that I was feeling, because empaths have that. You would pick up on other people's emotions, and usually I would know when I'm picking up on another person's emotions. But this time I didn't actually realize until I was busy explaining it to him, and I suddenly felt like I wanted to cry, and I realized it's not my emotions that I've been feeling. So now it's also kind of put me in his shoes, and I know how he feels, how frustrated he actually feels, and that was also good for us in a way. And I just taught him how to do the whole breathing technique where you breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold it for 4 seconds, you breathe out for 4 seconds, and then you hold it again for 4 seconds. So I don't know if there's different techniques for kids. I never googled it, but honestly, from the first time trying it, I saw that it actually really does work. It changed the whole atmosphere. In between now and then, I've lit some incense. I've managed to actually start making food. Everybody's calm, either sleeping or calm and happy. And it literally went from chaos to order. And in case you've ever contemplated or thought of it or ran out of ideas, that's definitely something to look at. And I also thought, I have a certificate in Reiki, but I've never actually thought of doing Reiki on my kids. So later tonight I'm going to cleanse their auras, and I'm going to give them a whole crystal massage, and also teach the others to learn how to meditate, except for my youngest one. But sometimes those things that seem esoteric or seem kind of weird for kids to do might actually be the thing that works. And anything that could help you in general refocus yourself or realign yourself from a very young age is a good habit to learn. So I'm actually going to be quite strict on myself to keep that habit going now, and to actually meditate more myself, to learn more techniques for myself so that I can then teach that to them. Because if you think about it, that is a very good technique to have for things like focus, and for children that have learning disabilities and ADHD and things like that. It is a very good thing to actually just be able to recenter yourself and refocus. And we had this moment where we were just like, just be here with me, just forget about the rest of the world, just forget about everything else and just be here now with me. And instead of it being a moment of complete chaos, let it be a moment of just peace and appreciation. And any moment could change just like that. That's what I literally just witnessed. Like, it was really chaos, like things getting thrown around, screaming and crying, and me getting frustrated. It was literally chaos, and within less than 20 minutes it's a completely different picture. It's a completely different atmosphere, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the evening is going to be a lot different than what it would have been, and I'm just really chuffed about it. So I just needed to share in case there's somebody else that was maybe having a hectic day, then maybe try a meditation technique or relaxing music or lighting an incense, or if you have a certificate in Reiki or not, go Google how to do Reiki and try that. And I was very impressed that it actually worked that quick, and that also refocused myself and recentered me, and that just be here with me moment actually is very vital for us to have. We should have times where we just are, because it's like tapping into the infinite. That moment expands, and everything that's going on doesn't really matter. You witness the infinite in that moment. You witness how everything can be crazy, but none of the craziness really matters in moments like that. It's like a eternal expansion of just peace, and it's good to tap into that now and then, and for people to learn that from a very young age would probably be a very good thing. I think, like, I know there's some schools where they actually teach meditation to kids, and they say that really does make an improvement. And for the first time ever I tried it, and I must say it's really impressed me today that it actually worked. I wasn't expecting it to. It's starting to rain now, but it's just sometimes good to refocus ourselves and appreciate life. Like, moments like that remind you that life is just life. Everything is just happening around you. You don't have to participate in what's going on. You can just be. You can just accept what is. You can always try and have a good impact, but you can also just accept what is and just appreciate. Because moments where you pause like that, you actually really appreciate just being alive and just being in that present moment, and it kind of taps you into where you are your own soul and you are alone, but it also taps you into everything else at the same time, because it's so expanding at the same time. And I really would love for my kids to learn how to tap into that more than what I ever could, because I learned all these things at a late age, and just all the things that they could gain from it, I would really love for them to be able to use it, or to not use it, if depending on if they want to or not. But my son actually woke up in between a nap, told me how good he feels, and then asked if he could go back to sleep, and I was like, yes. And also asked, like, why did he fall asleep, and I told him everybody does the first few times when they try meditation, but like, everybody is now feeling calm and feeling positive. And it's also a reminder for people that are empaths that sometimes the emotions that you're feeling aren't yours. Sometimes it is just your surroundings, and if you can refocus yourself, you can then figure out where the emotions are coming from, and it will make it so much easier to fix the situation that's at hand, and to calm the situation. Because if I'm an empath, my kids might also be. So for all I know, we then elevate each other's mood. So if one of us can be in an awesome mood, it will then bleed out into the environment and the atmosphere and make the others feel good too. So I always try and play them motivational videos and give them little pep talks, but this really worked better than anything else that I've ever seen work before, and so quick that I'm just very impressed with it, and I needed to share it. So I hope everybody is having a good day, and I hope that you find a moment today where you just refocus yourself and you just tap into your soul and your being, and let that moment just expand you and stretch out and free and peace. Have a lovely day. Namaste.